Welcome back to another episode of the MN Talk Show, EP.26.
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 Your host, Max Menny, and...
No.
Yeah.
Your host, Nate Johnston, then Max Menny.
Okay. Co-host, that's fine.
Loser.
Super special guest here on the podcast today. Division I athlete, all-around great human being. One of my good friends, Avery Farrell. Thanks for coming on the podcast. Appreciate you coming out here to Blaine. I know we tried to do it, what was it, like last fall?
Yeah, it was a while ago, and
Yeah.
then we were, I don't know what happened, but you were just like, actually, never mind.
Yeah, because we were working on something else, and
Yeah.
then it never ended up working out.
Yeah, way to
but
go, Max.
hey, I tried, and she's here now, isn't she? That's all that matters.
Yep, she was going to be guest like number 4, 5.
I think it was guest number 4 or 5, and now you're 26.
Now you're 26.
Okay.
That's okay. You just fell to the bottom
That's
of the totem
right.
pole. It's all right. It happens. It happens. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about you, kind of get right into it. So where did you kind of grow up? Like, what was your life like as a kid growing up? Did you bounce around? Like, are you actually from Minnesota?
Yeah, I am actually from Rogers. Grew up playing a lot of sports with my brother, and then had a really close group of friends that we played like all the sports together. So
How old's your brother?
21, maybe 22.
Okay, so he's older than you?
He's older.
Okay.
He's deployed right now, actually.
Oh, nice.
Not
So he's in the
even here,
military?
but yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so what was life, I guess, growing up like, because you played Andover hockey for a little while, right?
That was in U15s, so doesn't really count. And it was like a
Okay.
co-op team. So
With Rogers.
it was Rogers. I feel like there was another team in there, and then Andover. And we played through the Andover rink.
Okay.
But U15 hockey for girls is like all the good players usually go to high school, but you get more games in youth hockey at U15 level. So
Right.
me and a couple girls were like, let's just do this for a year, and then we'll go high school next year.
Probably smart. You probably had more fun playing more games there, too.
Yeah, more games, and then, well, we didn't know if we were going to be varsity or JV, so we were like, you know what, we'll just take the ice time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Ice time's better than, like, sitting on the bench for a JV
Yeah.
team. Yeah, no, that sucks. What was high school hockey like? Because Nate and I both played high school hockey for boys, but what's it like on the girls' side? Because it's a little bit, I guess, different as far as, like, environment goes, right?
It is really different. So for the first 3 years at Rogers, we had Westlow, and for a couple of the years we like didn't have enough players. So I actually got to be captain for a couple of years, and I would like have to reach out to people and be like, "Hey, you want to come play hockey?" We actually got Hannah Hartledge back, and I feel like there was a couple other girls that just came back for like a year just to fill spots, and
Yeah.
they like came up to me after the season like, "Thank you for making me do this again. This was so much fun." So that was really cool, and I don't know, like I feel like the bonds you make in high school just like stick. Like those girls are like family still.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they still good friends with you, or do you see them quite a bit, or did you kind of transition more to the college friends?
I feel like my high school friends, those are still like my core group. I mean, we come back in the summer, we're like right where we left off, but we don't really see each other because Leah Hatcher, shout out to Leah, she's all the way out in Arcadia, out east. Paige is in New York, so I did see Paige yesterday at church.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we kind of live our own lives and then come back together in the summer. So we
That's awesome.
FaceTime every once in a while just to catch up.
Is that something fun that like you get to look forward to coming home? Because you said you come home now being in St. Cloud almost every weekend, right?
Pretty much
Try
every
to.
weekend.
You're home
Yeah.
every weekend?
Well, I got to do my laundry somewhere. Like,
And you
a
probably
fair
have to
point.
pay for it at school,
I do have
right?
to pay for it, and that adds up. Like, it's expensive, so I'd rather come home, get the free meal.
Right?
Not-
I mean, mom's
Sleep
home
in a
with
nice
you.
sized bed for
Yeah.
once.
Right? Not a
I don't
twin
mind
size
that.
bed.
Yeah.
So with you being on the team, do you guys have like a set quarter of living like in a dorm room, or do you guys have your own house, or how does like living up there look with being on the hockey team?
The freshmen are required to live in dorms the first year. A lot of them, almost all of them, are living together. And then after that, there's like all this student housing out there that everybody you just get a group of girls together and find a house, and then that's who you live with. And for me, it was weird for like transferring because I was so late getting there that I was just like, here's the open spot. This is where you're living. And that was an apartment. It's like the first year of being off campus apartments, and it's like really cheap to live there. So you get a lot of a lot of weird people.
No, I don't
It
doubt
does
it.
not smell good in the hallways. Yeah, it's loud. There's always people playing music 24/7. It's like, gotta
Always
get
a
out of
party.
here.
Yeah, it's always a party.
Boy.
Yeah.
So you didn't
always
really get a
party.
choice. You just kind of got kicked into wherever you ended up, right?
Yeah, I got kicked in there, but my roommates are actually, like, they're awesome. I would not change them for anything.
Are they on the hockey team or are they just people that go to the school?
2 of them are on the hockey team. They transferred from Bemidji, so we're all
Okay.
transfers this year.
Nice.
And then one of them is on the soccer team. She's from St. Thomas, and we actually like played on soccer teams together, like way back when.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing. They were like, "Do you know Ella Clow?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why? It was the weirdest
So
thing.
it's just like everything came full circle and
yeah,
you just,
it did.
yeah, it just happened the
it
way it
worked
happened.
out.
That's sick.
What was it like the whole process throughout high school to like try to go play college? When did it like kind of hit you? You're like, oh, I kind of like, I'm pretty good at hockey. Like, I kind of want to go play college. Like,
Pretty good. She dusted me up on the ponds, man. She's a stud.
yeah. Well, you also got cut your senior year.
That's fair too.
I'm just kidding. We still love you. Anyways,
I was like really late to the process because, like I said, I played a lot of other sports. It was like for a long time, soccer and hockey were even. So in the summer, I played soccer. I did not play hockey, and that's like the exposure part of hockey for girls, anyways. Like the summer hockey, that's where colleges find you. So I only played in high school, and then it was a tournament in Blaine, actually, like at the Super Rink sophomore year. So like towards the end of the season. And I had some coaches reach out and basically like say they're interested. And I was like, wait, like maybe I am good. And maybe I do want to play in college. So that's when it kind of started. They like told me everything I needed to do to like get to that level, to like where, I don't know, to where I'm ready. And I did all those things and they were like, yeah, everything looks great. You did everything we asked you to do. And then COVID happened, so that kind of put a bump in the road a little bit. So those coaches were like, any other year, we'd love to take you, but we just don't have the spot anymore. So that didn't really work out. But then I had Franklin Pierce reach out, and they were like, we love how you play. We'll, like, here.
We want
your
you,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah, this is your spot. And I was talking to a lot of D3 schools at that point too, so I went on this like big like tour of all the schools, and I actually liked a lot of the D3 schools that I looked at, but ultimately I chose Franklin Pierce because I still felt like I had worked hard enough to get to that next level, and I just would not be fulfilled if I went D3. So I went to Franklin Pierce with like the intention of like transferring better, like eventually, yeah.
You stated it as kind of like your junior season,
Yeah.
to like get that more exposure and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, that's Franklin Pierce was my juniors. Like, it got me. I feel like it got me ready in like so many ways. I got to play a lot. I got a lot, like power play, penalty kill. I got a lot of looks, and then at Franklin Pierce, like we did still win a lot of games in the New Ha. We were a good team, and then we got to have those games against like the more like the D1 teams that have been around for a while, and so it was actually really cool. I would not change that year for anything. And then now I'm here at St. Cloud. I got transferred out. It worked out somehow. I don't know how, but here I am. So.
What did the transfer portal kind of look like? Because like I know in the big, at least football and stuff, like people are entering transfer portals left and right. Is that kind of the same thing with like women's hockey? Is that women are going in and out of that transfer portal constantly to see if they can up their game?
Yeah, it's huge right now. I think because I'm like keeping up with it now that I've been through it. I think it's interesting. So there's like 150 girls in there already, and like it's like everybody's in there, and it's because of the fifth year thing. Fifth years, once they get their degree, they like to transfer out to a different school if they want to get some post grad thing that their school doesn't have, or else a lot of girls will, if they're really good, will transfer to like Ohio's like that big team that picks up those fifth years, and then because they want to win a natty championship, so like why not transfer out for your fifth year? I mean, you got one more year, so they'll do that. And then after COVID, there's no penalty for transferring anymore. So there used to be like you needed to redshirt for a year after you transferred, so that kind of like steered girls away from it. But now it's like
now it's not a rule anymore.
You can play right away.
Yeah,
play right away. So it's been a huge thing for everybody.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
Why St. Cloud? Close to home?
Close to home. They wanted me. However you want to put it. Yeah. I don't know.
Did you, what was it like living out in, was it New York or Boston?
It was in New Hampshire. It's called Ringe. It was like an hour away from Boston.
Okay.
Super pretty. Everybody there, we kind of described it as like a church camp.
Yeah.
Because it is like in the middle of the woods, 30 minutes away from like anything. There's no, it's like you're camping for school. It was actually really cool out there, but I didn't have a car, so really inconvenient. There wasn't DoorDash out there, like 30 minutes away from like Target or anything, and the food was awful. So bad. So
from the school,
I actually lost like 15 pounds being there.
Oh my God.
Didn't eat. There was nothing to eat, but I did like it out there. Like they had so much land, all hiking trails. Like the views were super cool. Lived right on a lake. Like
you just had
cool.
everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. Besides the good food.
Car and food and
civilization.
Yeah.
Did you
essentials? Yeah.
Did you get homesick being out there and like living on your own right out of high school? Like what was difficult about it? What was fun about it?
So I actually was really homesick for like the first semester, but then when I went back home, it was like nothing was the same. It wasn't like what it used to be, like what home was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of had different lives, had moved on a little bit, and I was like, maybe like I'm fine out there. Like I did like it, and then by the end of it, I actually I loved the school, so like leaving was really hard for me because like I feel like the bonds you make as a freshman too, like those are just like unlike anything
relationships
else.
And stuff.
The relationships and like the school, it does grow on you. Like you missing food, but it's like a cool.
You can figure
place.
something else out for food. If you need to.
I could have honestly gone hunting for it. There's hunting grounds out there too. Like I don't know, we could have figured it out, but ultimately I was like, there's nowhere for me to like grow if I'm here. Like I'm still super passionate about hockey and getting as good as I possibly can. So that's why I left. But
yeah.
What does your schedule kind of look like as a D1 athlete for like during the weeks, game days?
Yeah, so during the season we have ADM skills like every day, but that is optional. And
is that on ice?
It's on ice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like 45 minutes. It's nice because it's more like one-on-one with the coaches, and so they can really critique you and on what you're doing wrong. And then our practice block is 1 to 4:30. So we'll have lift at like 1 to whenever it ends, usually hour and a half. And then we'll have ice for 2 hours after that. And then so all of our classes we have to put in the morning. But I did have a night class. It was like 5 to 8 or something. It was terrible because then you can't even cool down. You're like running to your class, and it's like it was brutal. But
that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Mine are like all online this semester.
That's good.
That's nice.
Sick again. Yeah. Then when we get back, you do your homework and go to bed and repeat for the whole season, basically.
What does like a home series look like, and then an away series look like? Because you guys travel quite a bit. I mean, you're Big Ten schools, so.
Yeah, for the home series, we'll have a lot of times we play at 1 and 3, but it also depends on if the men's team is there, because if they're not there, then we'll sometimes get the 5 and 7 times, which I prefer, but a lot of girls don't like it. But it reminds me of high school, and those were the days.
Friday night games and pack the rack.
What do you mean 5 and 7 times?
Like we'll play at like 5 p.m. on Friday and then 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Oh, I thought you were like talking like JV varsity. I was like, that's a thing.
Nobody, they don't have that in college.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, no. And then, I lost my train of thought.
Just like home and away like series, like what does it look like traveling? What does it look like from a home standpoint?
Oh, right. Okay. So when we play late games, home games, we'll have like ice in the morning. We'll have some sort of activation of food, and then sometimes we'll have video that day, and then we'll get to the rink at, I think it's like you have to be there 3 hours before. Maybe it's 2. I'm not really sure. And for away games, we do home and home series with, I think it's St. Thomas in Minnesota. So one game they'll come out here, one game we'll go down there. And so it's basically then the same kind of schedule as if it was a home game. For the away teams, we will usually get there a day early. So sometimes we'll leave on Wednesday to be there Thursday before we play Friday, Saturday. Sometimes we leave on Thursday, kind of depending, because when it's Ohio, we have to fly.
Right.
You don't really, I mean, you got to keep your legs ready. You don't want to just be sitting around right
Yeah,
before
it
you
sucks.
play. And then once we get there, the away schedules is hard to get homework done, partially because you're just like with your team the whole time, but also there's like a very strict schedule. It's like you eat, activation, team walked, this, that, and it's like everything's set up for you, and there's like not a lot of downtime. And then
Are you excuse me?
Yeah.
Are your teachers like pretty lenient with things like that, or are they like, you're an athlete, these things have to be on time?
so we are a D2 school, so a lot of them they just don't get it, and
Yeah.
it's been hard for a lot of us. They're just like, you want to miss school for your sport? It's like, I kind of have to. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really get a choice.
yeah. So I mean, it's hard, but I don't know. We if our teacher's being hard, we get like our coaches involved, and usually
Yeah.
they figure it out. So
That's sweet.
Where's your favorite place to play besides like home, obviously?
Wisconsin, like hands down.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a sweet rink.
It's super cool town, super cool rink. They actually, the girls have their own rink, and I described it as like if the rack were a bowl. Like,
Really?
it's super cool. Like, not too fancy, like really cool rink. And then their fans, they sell out every game. They're
Really?
unreal. It is like, I don't know, for girls hockey, that's just not super common. So like to be able to play in that environment was just super cool. And then they're all really loud. It was just really cool.
Yeah, fun environment.
Fun
God, that sounds
environment.
like a blast.
We were in overtime with them too, and then like I got put out for 3-on-3. I was like, oh my god, like by chance, like I'm usually good at 3-on-3, and then they scored.
Oh no!
Dash one.
Dash one.
Dash one.
I'm gonna head back to the locker
There
room.
goes
Yeah.
your chance.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
that was
Not,
the last
but,
time
yeah.
we put out in overtime. That was just it.
Oh god, that was your one shot. And
Yeah,
you were
that was
just
my
like
shot.
one and done.
Blew it.
How'd they score? Block shot from you?
Tipped off Avery.
No. So you do like man on man in overtime, but sometimes it somehow got switched, and then Caroline Harvey. I don't know if you know who that is.
Rings a bell.
Yep, just
She-
start blaming her. I see how it is.
Yeah. Anyway, she's like a sophomore like me, but she's on the Olympic team already. Not even like the collegiate one. Like she plays in the Olympics.
Okay.
She's pretty good. So she had the puck. We somehow ended up switching. So then I had to get her, but I was like already following the other girl. She's already doing crossovers in the neutral zone. And I see her coming at me full speed. This ain't good. So I get walked, and then she does like some highlight reel goal, Sally. So the next day I see it all over Instagram. I'm like,
And here's you. Oh, I think I might have seen that. I think I
Yeah.
might have seen it. Like
You watched
you
it?
got walked. Yeah.
Just get toasted.
she's got
I do kind
absolutely
of remember that
burned.
now that you said it.
Yeah.
Oh god, that sucks. Well, that's
Yeah.
still. I mean, it's still fun. You still get the experience. but
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
One of those things.
You're on Instagram.
Move on. Yeah, you're famous.
Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
Famous for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But
That happened to me in high school.
Oh, really?
you got
I got-
walked.
Yeah, we were playing Buffalo.
Oh my god,
And,
that's even worse.
Who was it?
I thought you were a goalie.
Yeah, it was. So it was like a face-off center. It was like 10 seconds into the game. Went through our centerman's legs, split Mitchell Becker, and then like went between his legs on me. Like I was in the corner. Just
Wait, so you're not a goalie
no, I was a goalie.
in this scenario too?
Yeah, in this scenario too.
I'm confused. Okay.
And like he did like a nasty move and like went between his legs and like I was just like in the corner.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Like he lost his jaw. Like he just got his
I was
ankles
just like
broken.
in the corner, just hanging out.
Okay.
And it went like everywhere. It
It's
got
okay. It's
like
just a blonde side coming out. It's fine.
200,000 views. I was like a little sophomore. I was like, oof.
Just got my shit walked.
Yeah.
Maybe I
That's
should hang him up.
awkward.
Yeah. That's
awkward.
crazy. Oh god, what was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, what is like the ultimate goal with hockey? Like do you want to make it to the P-Dub? Is that like your goal? Do you want to be on the Olympic team? Are you just kind of playing to finish out 4 years, or have you thought about it that far?
I have thought about it. I don't really feel like I want to play in the PETA, but like if I got an offer there, I feel like I might feel differently. But
Yeah.
for me, I want to play in Europe because they have so many teams out there. They'll pay you to play there. You don't get paid a lot, but basically get to live in Europe for free for a couple
Because they pay
years.
for like your living and like your
Yeah.
food and stuff,
And
don't they?
then they don't do like taxes out there or something. So if you get a job, you just like you take it.
It's full income.
It's all yours. Yeah.
Huh.
So And then I have a lot of, like, St. Cloud is known for, like, its Euros that it takes in. We have so many foreigners on our team. So I already, like, know all those girls out there, and it's like, why not?
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like one of those things, like.
That'd be super sick to like be
Yeah.
able to move over to Europe and be
Yeah.
able to play hockey over there.
Yeah.
I know it's huge over there for like men's, but I think it's growing almost faster than like junior hockey is in America.
Mhm.
What would you think on that?
I don't know about that.
You don't think it is?
I don't know.
Everybody
It's
I
Europe,
talk
bro.
to that talks about
It's
hockey
Europe.
is
I don't know
growing.
anything about Europe.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Everything we hear is rumors. We don't
Yeah,
actually
straight
know.
up.
Yeah.
Bro.
We don't have any actual facts on
Yeah.
it. Oh my god, that's nuts. What are your thoughts on the P-Dub? Like from a fan perspective?
I mean, I think it's great, the publicity it's getting and its support. I mean, I feel like women's sports, like, all over right now, like basketball, volleyball is just growing so much, and people are starting to watch, which is really cool. For me, I just hope that it, like, keeps getting bigger. Like,
Doesn't just die off.
doesn't die off, because for men, they play for so long. Like, those guys just, until they're too old to keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
right.
just keep going. So I hope that's what happens to the girls, at least some of them anyway, so that the league can just continue to grow and get better, because I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. Have you been to one of the games yet?
I have. They're actually super physical, which
Yeah.
is cool to watch and cool to see. So
What were you gonna say?
I think they should put a team in California.
Why?
why? It's so far away.
Yeah,
Because
why?
I just like look at it like a business decision. California is like the center of like women's rights, I feel like.
Okay.
If you put a women's hockey team, I feel like they're gonna get so much support.
I wouldn't disagree with you on that, but like think if like New York had to fly out to Cali for one game.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
they'd have to go the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
They'd have to go
their
all the way
owners are
around.
like billionaires. You think they're gonna care?
Yeah, but like the goal is to build it. If you,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think if
telling
you
you,
throw
build
a
it in
team like
California. Let's
right
go.
out in just one team out there,
You can put two. California's huge. There's a lot of people out
you have
there.
a
They just
weird
keep
thing with
playing
West
each other.
Coast.
I'm
and
looking
hockey.
at it from a business decision.
You think you'd make money if you put a team in
1,000%.
California? Go do it.
If I had millions of dollars right now, I would throw a team out there.
I think you should. I don't know. I don't hate the idea. I don't know if it would work as well.
would.
I think you need a couple more teams closer together before you.
Yeah,
go to
I'm just
Cali.
saying, like, their next expansion, they'll probably like add two teams.
Yeah.
Whether they're 6,
Yeah.
8, they're 6.
6.
Toronto, Minnesota, New York,
Montreal.
Ottawa,
Montreal.
Montreal.
I don't think there's Ottawa.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, then
Yeah,
Montreal. Yeah, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Minnesota, New York.
That's 5. There's one more. Boston,
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston.
6.
Yeah.
They'll probably add 2 more. California and California.
I feel like they might go like Chicago or Detroit next.
I was gonna say Michigan's gonna
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely should.
They should for college hockey and girls.
Oh my
They
gosh.
still do not have one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And they've got 2 teams in the Frozen Four? No, 1.
In Michigan? Oh, the
yeah.
men's?
Yeah, the men's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
Least favorite rink to play at? Is it Ohio?
I think it's Ohio. Yeah. Ohio, St. Thomas was rough. St. Thomas sucks because the locker rooms are so small that you're in 2 different locker rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So actually Mankato's like that too. Oh, Mankato, the water smells so bad. It smells like fish in there. We're all
Yeah.
like, it's just disgusting. And then Ohio, it's like we need to like walk up the stairs to get to the rink.
Oh, I hate that.
Weird.
Weird.
Walking up or downstairs to get to a rink has got to be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and it's like they tried to separate the women and the men, so the women's do have do have their their own rink, but it's just like, come on,
Yeah,
like
I get it.
they're playing there.
They've
I'm
got
trying
so
to-
many national championships.
I
I feel
know.
like they could like
Yeah,
do something.
them
they
out,
have
yeah.
so much money. Like, come
Right.
on, just get them a rink. Ohio State, like in itself, that whole school has so much
Yeah.
money. Like every building, super super nice, and then you see like a shack in the corner. Like,
That's the women's rink.
That's
the women's
it?
rink that wins like national championships
Yeah,
all the
right.
time. Yeah.
That's
Them-
crazy.
That's nuts.
It
Yeah, because they
looks
put
like-
it all in their their football program.
Yeah,
which-
all the football. When we were there, they did like a football tour for us. We're like, we don't need to see.
Yeah, we
We
don't
don't-
care
we
about
don't
that.
care.
Yeah. Where's our
Yeah,
rink?
where's our hockey stadium?
Right.
Come on. Yeah.
What's it like playing the Gophers?
Oh, that was super cool. I always played really well when I played them, just because it's the Gophers, and I thought this might be unpopular opinion, but I thought we were better than them this year. Like, we would outshoot them. Our team, like St. Cloud, just like as a whole works harder. Like, they're built on skill, and us are like, we just like grind out those games. We do have skill players too, and we just struggled this year to put pucks in the net. It's like we would get all the chances, and then they'd get a breakaway and score. It's like we were like beating
just
them.
unlucky kind of.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
We lost in a shootout one of the times, and then the other games were all super close, and it was just like we were right there.
Right there.
Couldn't put it away.
So overall, what was your first season of, I guess, high level hockey? Like, what was it like overall?
I think my team did a lot better than I thought we were going to. I did not know that we were gonna be this good of a team. Like, we beat Ohio State in one of the games. Like,
That's sweet.
I never would have thought I could be on a team that did that, and it was just like the best day of like I don't know. It was awesome.
Would you say that like you're living out your dreams of playing like college hockey and playing against these big schools like the Gophers in Ohio? And
yeah, I'd say I would.
Yeah.
I would never have like expected I made it this far, and it's just like super cool that in every single game we're like right there.
Yeah.
We could win against anybody. That's why at the end of the season we were so close. If we would have beat UMD in that last series, we would have gone to the tournament at the end. But
yeah,
it's like everything this season we were just like right there. We just couldn't get over the
over the hump. Do you
yeah.
guys have a lot of returners coming back, or were there a lot of seniors?
They were a lot of seniors and fifth years, but our core defense and goalies, so that's what, like, our team was defended so well. Our goalies are amazing. One of them, Sani Ahola, she's from Finland, got WCHA goaltender of the year. And then our other one, Jojo or Violet Chobak, is out on the U.S. Worlds team right now. Like, they're
Nice.
unreal. And then our defense are all super good too. And then we got a lot of our core forwards coming back, but my coach is looking in the portal to get fill in the gaps or whatever. So we'll be good again next year. So it'll be fun.
That's cool.
What's your goal, like personal goal on the team for next year?
Personal goal, I think just being one of those players that everyone can lean on to like get it done. We didn't have a goal scorer this year. That's what I kind of want to be. I think I maybe could have done that last year because I did get a lot of points, but it's like when you get to a point, everyone's kind of at the same skill level. It's more like mindset, like mentally, if you think you're the best, you're gonna put the puck in the net, you're gonna score. I think if I just had flipped that sooner, I could have produced more. That's kind of for next year, I would say.
I think now that you know how to flip that switch, you'll be able to fire up right away come next season.
And I did get a lot more points than I thought I was gonna get. So just like that confidence going into next year, knowing that I can do it, is like a big part of it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Do your friends think it's cool that you play D1? Or are they just kind of like, eh?
I mean, yeah, but I don't really like, saying like, yeah, I'm like D1. Like, I don't,
You're just not that cocky.
I play D1. What can I say?
She walks around with a divisional hockey hoodie. Like just it says, I'm a D1 hockey player.
I'm a D1 hockey player.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Literally. God, that's hilarious. All right, well, we'll kind of wrap it up here. We're right around 30 minutes. But
golf.
Oh,
I got to hear about golf. You shoot a 99 average. Why not just
average? I think she said one time.
Okay.
Which is basically an average.
Basically,
like this summer,
average it out.
It'll be an average. That might even be the low score of the summer, like, or the high score.
The high score,
whatever.
yeah. Have you golfed yet this year?
No, I was supposed to go to Topgolf actually.
Oh, that's right.
Like on Saturday, I was so excited. It was gonna be my first time going, and then my car wouldn't start, so I got my brother's old one. He just sewered me, I guess, because my God, I was so mad. And what happens? I think it was like the starter that's wrong with it because this happened earlier in the week. It like wouldn't start, and then all of a sudden it just like started.
Kicked on,
kicked on. Engine started right up. Didn't have an issue. I was like, huh, that was weird. Didn't really think anything of it. I was just like, it was probably just cold. And I get to my car. It was doing that same thing. I was like, I don't know. I was like so frustrated. So I just like went back into my apartment. I was like, maybe I just try one more time. It was like 20 minutes later, and I start it, and it turns on. I'm like, well, I already missed my like tee time at Topgolf, and now it starts. And so, I was pissed.
Were you supposed to go with a bunch of friends?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was.
They couldn't pick you up?
I'm in St. Cloud. It's like an
Oh,
hour
I thought
away.
you were. Oh God,
I
that
wasn't at home.
sucks.
So it was like I could have gone, but I would have been there for like 50 minutes, and it's like I'm driving an hour there, then like 40 minutes back to Rogers.
That sucks.
Like, well,
That's
hope
all
you
right.
guys had fun. Like,
It's all right. Top golf isn't
yeah.
going
I'll
anywhere.
hang out in
We'll
my
get over
dorm,
it.
I guess.
Yeah,
Just go sit in a corner
Yeah.
and cry.
yeah, for real.
Go
God, that's
your
funny.
favorite place to golf around here.
The Vintage. I just play so good there. That's why.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
That
it
makes
there.
me so mad.
I own that course. I
Okay,
play so good
besides
there.
a par 3 course, if you say Riverwood, so help me.
I like it there.
Walk right across the street.
I'll think of something else. I played at Daytona once. I actually played really good there too. It's based off of where I play good. If I don't play good,
You hate the course.
I
Have you
hate
gone?
that course.
okay,
Never going back.
Have you gone anywhere like cool then,
Um,
or are you just around Rogers first?
She's a weekend
go where it's
warrior.
cheap.
Yeah, weekend warrior.
yeah. Went to Elk River once. That was pretty cool.
I
Elk
hate
River's a
that.
nice
I hate.
course.
No, I hate it.
The greens
think
are
it's
tough.
nice.
The greens
But
are
they're
dumb.
hard.
They're so
yeah,
dumb.
They're like tiny.
Take it up with Brady. He
The
does.
greens
He
are
did
like
the
the
greens.
size of this carpet.
Yes, it's so dumb. I hate it.
That's the best part of my game though, is like approach shots. So I
Really?
actually,
So like 100 yards in.
yeah, I actually did. That's why I like park.
Because they're all 100 yards in.
I struggle with my driver. Every time I hit it, it's just like straight to the right. So
Yeah.
I figured it out last summer though. I aim like almost 90 degrees left, and it finds the fairway every time.
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, it's because
It's just a slice. Yeah. So if you aim 100 degrees that way and you just let the slice play.
fairway. It's only my irons though. I have a really good driver actually,
Yeah.
but like outside of that, my ball is always going right.
Your
think the-
irons go right.
Yeah,
Mine are so straight, but my driver's right.
really.
I
My
don't know
my
why.
driver's actually really straight. I actually kind of have a little fade to it. I don't know why, but then my irons are shank right, every god. When we asked you, do you play golf before we started? You're like, yes. I was like, oh, cool. She's gonna have like a fun place that she plays that.
She
And
goes vintage.
And she goes to Vintage and Daytona.
I go to Fox every once in a while and golf with the high school team because I get in free because I just golf with the girls.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah, free golf is better.
that's
Have you
okay.
gone anywhere besides like 20 minutes away from Rogers?
I have.
Oh,
but
okay, here we go.
I played really bad, so I just like erased it from my memory. I don't even know where it was. Like I can't even ballpark it.
I thought you were gonna have like a cool place, to be honest with you.
It was cool, but
like Giants
It was
a
terrible
Bridge or
course, yeah.
something like that, but nope. Daytona.
She's simple.
Simple.
Yeah,
I get
simple,
it.
cheap. Like vintage is what, $20 to play 18 holes? Like, oh yeah, you can't beat that.
I'll just like pay for 9, and then the guy will like, you guys are gonna keep going. It's like, oh yeah, I think so. And then he just like won't even make us pay.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are probably the only ones on the course, at least, or sometimes. Otherwise, there's like a small family or something out there.
Yeah, and like I go there so often, they just like know me. It's like, oh, you're back again. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, here I am.
yeah.
You're just a regular at vintage.
I'm a regular.
You're a
should've-
99 on Vintage?
No.
99 on a regular 18.
My friend got a hole in one at Vintage too.
Who?
Actually, Kylie Huseth.
Oh, I know her.
That was my roommate last year. Actually,
At Franklin Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
She's from what? Maple Grove.
she's from Elk River. She originally was Anoka, but then she was gonna try to like switch to Rogers, but they like wouldn't let her in for some reason because they said their school was full in middle school, so she had to go to Elk River.
Oh,
But
that
we're still
sucks.
mad about it to this day.
That's all right. Well, it's all right. It's done now. You can't
Yeah.
do anything about it. Get over it.
Well,
God, that's
have you gotten a hole in one?
have I? I've gotten a hole in 2.
Isn't that just a birdie at vintage? Yeah. We might have to just delete this podcast.
How many
Never
times?
post it.
How many times do you 10 out on a par 3?
Did I 10 out?
Yeah, 10 out.
Like circle 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times does that happen in
Well,
a round?
never at Vintage. Never.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
How many times have you 10 out on vintage?
It's probably been a couple times. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not there, but when I was on the golf team, they put me in at varsity a couple times, and I hated that because, like, the first shot, I feel like it's always a driver. These girls just like super far and straight, and then I have to pull on my driver, and I'm like embarrassed because
You're
I know
nervous
it's going,
just to hit the ball.
I know it's gonna go in the trees, and they're like, they put me like my first ever golf meet. They put me in like the first varsity spot because like our girl was like sick or something. She wasn't there, so I just filled her spot. So I'm golfing with like, and we played like Maple Grove and Elk River, who are like really good. So I was playing with these girls. I'm like, I don't belong here. Like, what am I doing? And yeah, I turned out quite a few times that day. Mine was not.
How far can you hit the ball
sucks.
with your driver?
Pushing like 350 probably.
What?
Yeah, I can hit that when it goes straight.
It goes 350?
Somewhere around there.
Oh my God. I feel like a bitch. I feel like a bitch.
I'm like 260, 270, 300 on a good day.
But I can say if I hit it 260, 270, it's
No.
straighter than an arrow. It's
Only-
not going in the woods.
Only at the vintage though. If I'm at a real course, I need to hit it far. It doesn't go far. It's weird.
What
I
the
don't think
fuck, Avery?
there's not a hole at vintage that is 350.
No, that one. Okay.
She plays 2 holes as it's 1. So it's like it's a par 8 instead of a par 4.
Okay, you know that one hole? It's like towards the end.
Yeah,
back
it's
9.
the par 4. It's the last par 4 on the course.
Yeah,
And
straight.
it's so straight.
I drove the green once.
Okay, that's not 350. That's like it was like 260, 270, I think.
We should go out and measure it sometime.
I'm positive that's like 260.
Let's bring our
270.
wheel and we'll just walk the whole hole, and then we'll send her a picture saying it's like 260.
It's 260, 270.
That's okay. Somebody's got to
golf,
humble you.
Disaster.
Yeah, golf is a disaster. Hockey's on track. Like,
She's a
what does the
hockey
rest
player,
of your
not a
life
golfer,
look
got
like?
it.
Pretty good at tennis. Really good at pickleball.
Oh, we got to play pickleball this summer. Brady, one of our other realtors, lived in an apartment that had a pickleball court. We played a couple times, but like I'm really upset. He's moving out
I
in
dominated.
a couple days.
I'm
What?
probably the best pickleball player on the team.
Yeah, you were pretty
I
good.
am pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, were you there when Peyton Levis was there?
No, what if I would have gone instead of 15th? I would have been, but missed her by 1 year.
Do you look up to her at all?
Yes, for sure.
Do you talk to her quite a bit, or?
When we're back, because we both coach sometimes for like SDP or something or other, then we'll talk then. But
Outside of that, not much.
Or in that, yeah. How big of an influence do you think she has on other women in the sport?
I mean, coming from Rogers, I think a lot of girls, even coaches, would look at it just like, it's just Rogers. But I think she really helped like build the program, because even now, like, people see Rogers as like kind of a threat. I think like boys and girls, we both really got there. And I think she was a big part of that. And then just like seeing how far she went, just knowing that like, because like being from the same place, you like see the work she puts into, and it's like inspiring just knowing that like it will pay off.
Yeah. And she wasn't just handed an opportunity, and
Yeah,
she
right.
had to work for it.
She worked for it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is super cool.
You guys are a threat whenever you come play Buffalo. They always beat us. My first year, I was like, yes, I get to play Rogers. We're going to score. We're going to win.
That is
We're
hilarious,
at home. It's like
bro.
6 rip after 1. I'm like, ooh.
Time to go.
All righty. Just the goalie coach.
Dude, that's-
Just the goalie coach.
And it's 6-0.
And it's 6 rep.
I'm not doing my job right. Dude, that sucks.
It does.
Are you going to be back at Rogers or coaching SCP a lot this summer? Do you know?
No, I'm actually coaching in Elk River this summer.
Oh my God. Get the fuck out.
I know.
Get the fuck out.
You're going to be where?
Elk River.
Yeah, what?
Anyways, we are done.
Why Elk River? What's over there that we don't have?
Hey, they almost went to the state championship
That
with
is
the boys. All right,
fair.
come on now. That's why
I don't know about the state championship.
they made it.
They made it.
Well, I work out and skate there, so they like discount it, and then they also give me more hours.
Mm.
So
Oh, so you don't train at the base, huh?
no, it's in New Hope.
This one's in Elk River. It's
Weird. The base.
Mm.
Weird. I'm just saying.
It's all right. And plus, you know what? Do you see Westlow quite a bit over there then?
Well, so I haven't actually worked there really yet. So
Okay.
no.
Well, do you talk? I guess since he's
Yeah,
over there, like,
I
is that
have
kind of how you got your in?
Yeah. No, actually. Because I started working out there, and then like I really liked the guys that run it, like Dremco's, and they needed help one day. I was like, well, I'm not doing anything. I can help, and then
Then they just loved it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a fair point.
They're like, we could use you tomorrow.
kind of
That's
that thing.
That's how I started working with Dave. Showed up day 1. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go back to work. What are you doing tomorrow at 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
8 o'clock? Nothing now.
That's so funny because that's exactly what happened with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's just how hockey coaches start.
Yeah.
How life is, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Anyways,
Oh, that's funny.
last question
Anyways,
for you.
yeah, go for it.
You want to do it?
Nope, you got it.
We always ask our guests this. Is there anything in life that you would like want to tell yourself, like a younger self, or tell yourself in the future? And if so, what would it be?
My younger self, I'd just say like all the work you put in or whatever you like, it's gonna be worth it. Just knowing that, because that was a big thing for me when I was younger. It was like, if I'm doing all this work that nobody else is doing, like how embarrassing if just nothing comes of it. That was just like my thought process. But just like, even if you don't get to where you thought you were from like what you were working towards, like something else, you'll get something else out of it. Like, it's not going to be for nothing, kind of. That's what I'd say.
Okay.
I
What
love
about your
that.
future self? What would you tell your future self from where you are now?
5 years, 10 years down the road,
Did I
we'll go
tell
10.
my servant?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you like got a random like phone call one day and it's like from
me
it's
right
this
now.
answer right now.
Avery, that's 27 years old, says,
Yes.
what should I do now?
Go back to vintage. I see myself as like getting there when I'm older, and I just don't forget about the vintage. Like, those are your roots. That's what
That
I'd
is a
say.
great. Did you do that as an analogy or just like as far as golf goes?
I was talking about golf, but sure.
I thought the
too.
analogy was great, like vintage being your.
Fucking vintage.
I love it there.
I'm done.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
We're done.
Whatever.
We're done.
But, anyways, that's the Emma Talk Show, episode 26. Thanks, Avery, for coming out. That was a fucking blast.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for having me.
absolutely.
I don't know. She said vintage way too many times.
Vintage.